never stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time. Fading lines through liquid signs. Every loss and every climb. All dissolve inside the mind. Screens glow like city lights, heartbeat caught in the candle's rise. Ticks drift through the static haze, future whispers in dead waves. Charts breathe, pulse of cold echoes where the numbers float. Every tick a breath I chase, lost inside this market space. I'm trading futures, trading time. Lines of rhythm, dollar signs. In the silence I align between the noise and the micro beats and macro dreams, golden silicon, endless streams. Patterns form then fade away. Prophets ghost won't ever stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time. Fading lines through liquid signs. Every loss and every climb. All dissolve inside the
The new stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift laid the ground. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO type in the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it smart. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. Yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers tryna midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we seen that move. Liquidity pocket, we approve. Whoosh fan blowing when the entry's tight. Stops place clean, risk held right. Not gambling candles, we stacking skill. Consistency over chasing thrill. Chat moving steady, no chaos here. Green heart emojis when setups clear. If we win together, we lose composed. Trust the system, the blueprints close. Yeah, yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up when the clock strikes noon. The room liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room shows up. Calm hands on the play, red and green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. Silence when the setup phones. Heartbeat with the market stones. One clean entry, breathe, don't rush. Midday pressure, but the room
What up?
shows up.
It's Casual Friday, baby. It's Casual Friday. What's up? What's going down? What's good in the hood? That room shows up. That room shows up. That room shows up. What's good, peoples? I'm wearing my niece's hat. Showing up. What's up, people? Let's get it. It's Casual Friday. What is good in the hood? What should we play? What should we play? All right, let's start with some house. Or should we start with some rock? Rock or house? What do you want to start with? Rock music or house music? What's good in the hood, fam? We starting with rock or we starting with house? Let's see what chat wants. What do chat want? House, house, rock, rock. Rock, rock, house, house. This ain't helping. We're at a standstill here. House, 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 house. Oh, all right. House wins. All right. We'll start with house and then we'll do rock afterwards. House, house, country. Milky said country. Okay, Milky, we got a country song for you. Hey guys, it's Casual Friday. It's Casual Friday. Hopefully we don't have any vegans in the house. No, you know what? I love vegans, but just be aware I'm gonna eat a bunny on stream today. Anyone ever have one of these Lindt bunnies? They're bangers. I got one of these. This is a little snack piece for me to have during the stream. A little snack piece. What's going on, people? Lindt chocolate bunnies are great. They are. Make sure the live chat is on and not top chat. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Slacks. What's up, fam? All right, let me see. Oh, all right, guys. It's also giveaway bonanza. We got 3 giveaways today. 3. Or if you want to speak in Hindi, it's teen. In Spanish, I think it's uno, dos, tres. That's the 3 I know. It's 3. We got 3 giveaways, and we still have 8 boot camps. 8 or 7, let me check. 8 BC, not the year. But it says 8 BC on my pad. Can I give away my hat? My niece gave it to me. I can't. What about Nepali? I don't know. Don't know how to say it there. I'm Liquidity's in the house. Risk Takers in the house. Rogues in the house. System Fan 534. Mike 1,000. 2,000. 3,000. Hawks in the house. Scalp Day Traders in the house. Captain Planet in the house. Milky in the house. Timothy Lawson. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Scroll Theory. Milky. Milky said Mike who? Darb's in the house. Darb's in the house. Guys, if anyone has missed Darb's night stream, you crazy. This night stream is a banger. Okay? It's just it's like 4 hours of just good times. Go to the night stream. There's like 700, 800. There's a lot of people there's hundreds of people on that stream. Okay? It's a banger. If you don't tune into the night stream, what are you doing? Okay? If you don't tune into the Sir Darb's night stream, you crazy. Okay, guys. So, let's see. Seeds levels were bangers today. It was a little rough, but the movement was sharp around them. I will say this. I was in rare form today. I was long going into the open because we were opening right at a seed support level, and I was like, felt squeezy. So I was long going into the open. I was kind of like, I was a little bit you know what? I had to do it because I saw the edge. And you know, I say when my edge shows up, I got to take the setup. But it wasn't comfortable. It was a little uncomfortable, edge or not. I was like, damn, it's CPI day. I'm long going into the open. I'm crazy. But the setup was there. I had to do it. Mac DC said, what do you trade on props? 1 to 2 micros? Yeah, on the props, I usually trade 1 to maybe 6 max micros. On the props, you know, I take very proportional risk to the size of the account. So on the prop accounts, yeah, I just take small risk. As they build up more buffer, I'll take more risk. I looked at them. They only actually have about like 18 or 1900 bucks of buffer. So I'm still kind of, I'm building them gradually. Okay, let's see what we got here. Liquidity said only shorts today. You guys were shorting. Were you guys short City again? I know you guys were short City yesterday. DD ratio was strong again. It was a little tricky because we opened right below MHP. But you know, I didn't know that going into the open. So, you know, it was a little bit of a risky to be long into the open. I think it was 924. No, maybe like 926 that the trade was opened. Let me see. There's only one trade today, but there is 3 trades on the chart because I opened and closed. I opened and closed a position, 2 additional positions real quick, just to test something with the trade copier. Hold on. Oh, this was testing the trade copier too. Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm on the right thing. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so the long going into the open was opened at 926. Okay, so it was 926. This was the trade. And then these were just 2 tests of the trade copier. If you've been here before, you know I've been working on getting this trade copier thing figured out. I made some progress on it. There was a little error on the on the actual trade, but because okay, yeah, there was, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. So I'll go over that in a second. But so the trade was at the open. So we had this seed zone overhead. I drew out the geometry for the trade, and the main pivot is where we were consolidating going into the open. So I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, technically this is also an acceptable short setup, but I was just watching the tape going into the open, and it just looked a little, it just looked a little squeezy. So this was not like a high, this was not like a 70%. This felt like 65%. I have a mental scale. It felt like 65%. So I had to take it. It wasn't too comfortable because putting on a trade going into the session, it's not something I often do. But it was just, I'm like, it just felt like if we had to drive off the open, it felt like I wasn't going to be able to find an entry until we had another pullback. And just the way that the chart was looking and the levels were set up, I was like, well, you might just get a pop off the open and then sell off. So I was like, I want to at least participate in what I think is a 65% probability of a pop off the open. So that's what I did. So it worked out. There was an issue with the gap here. So the exit of the trade flattened completely here, and in my main account, because I only sold half the position here. In my main account, I was selling higher. But I think I figured out what one of the main issues is. There's an option in the trade copier there's something called market only, and I thought what that does is if you submit a limit order on the lead account, I thought it would cross it and just submit it to the props as a market order. I found out that's not what, I only enabled that a couple of days ago because I'm trying to figure the thing out. I found out that's not actually what those check marks do. What they actually do is if the leader account, like I submitted a limit order to take profit to sell half my position, and it didn't do anything in the props because it said, oh, it's only going to follow market orders, and then it got out of sync, so I just flattened them. But whatever. I'm making progress, so I'm not going crazy. I'm not driving myself crazy. It's not enjoyable, but I know this is the kind of thing that once I get it figured out, I'll just be able to do it. So there's that. Let me just, I'm just going to expand chat a little bit. There we go. Andre said, you guess it's going to the SPY open. What do I think? Let me take a look at the chart. Let me scroll over. I don't have a read from here. Okay, I don't have a read from here. We're in the middle of a stable block. We are at hedge pressure on ES. However, hedge pressure resilience is neutral, and we have rotated around it 3 times so far. So there's been no tradable sequence around. If you were trading the sequence around hedge pressure on ES, I would gather it'd probably be a difficult sequence to trade unless you were just scalping the tape. We have neutral resilience on hedge pressure. We're at hedge pressure. We're rotating around it, which leads me to believe that, yes, there's a lot of market participants there, right? It's a high volume node, high volume pivot, but we're rotating around it. So to me, the edge in trading that directionally is diminished, right? Because the market is finding balance there. And that makes sense. We're sitting in the middle of a stable block on seeds. Stable blocks are stable, right? Means they tend to be more balanced action in them. So my reads would only occur, especially on this chart, when there's no bull zones or bear zones, and we really only have monthly hedge pressure on NASDAQ and weekly hedge pressure on ES as reference points, and we're just trading in the gap. It makes sense that we're just sitting in a stable zone in seeds, because if you read the rocket scooter chart, knowing that each pivot is a high volume pivot, Well, we've got high volume pivots. Look at the chart. We've got high volume pivots pretty much equally, almost equal distance from each other. So what does that mean? You just got a giant area where there's liquidity, where the market can possibly just rotate. Where the market can possibly just rotate. You know, it's hard to get drive off of the pivots when they're clustered together. Right? Look at this. Look at hedge pressure. Hedge pressure is 68.51. 68.52. The close is 68.62. So that's only 10 points between them. So even if you catch the perfect, you know, they're just it's a little bit clustered together. It's kind of just a cluster of volume. You know, so Zoe from Finland's in the house. What's up, bub? What's up, bro? I don't know where my words went there. Teach like a DJ said the room shows up. CV3 said how many contracts are you usually trade on the props? 1 to 6 micros, and then my normal trading, my max size is 30 minis. Let's see. Will that seed indicator ever become available in Rocket Scooter, or it's just my own personal indicator? It's my own personal algo. It's not set up for public distribution. Let's see. Q Watch Me said, do I have a private account that I trade as well? Yeah, I do. And, you know, I think eventually, maybe, you know, it could be a year. I don't know how long it's going to take. But once I get really used to streaming, you know, I'm new to streaming. Once I get used to it and I'm good with multitasking and all that, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'd be comfortable putting on a lot of risk while multitasking. But it's not where I'm at right now, you know? When I'm putting on real risk, I'm extremely focused. Like, I'm not casual about it. So, like, I give a lot of credit to the way that Matt trades. Well, he doesn't do it anymore, but he used to trade like 5-10 prop accounts all at the same time and trading a live account. Like, that's like, and he's doing it while multitasking the stream. That's like level 10 difficulty. So, like multitasking while trading, not easy. So to do that with, you know, what I consider my full risk, you know, I'm not there yet. Let's see what we got here. Boosted Dime says, loving the hat. Do I do some gardening lately? It's my nieces. It's my nieces. Milky said Matt's a beast of a trader. Matt is a beast of a trader. Because listen, it's one thing to trade. It's another thing to do it while multitasking. That's a whole different, you know. He's been doing it for a long time, but I don't care how long he's been doing it. It's still impressive. Like, you know, no matter how much experience you have streaming and trading, you know, it's still impressive to manage that many things at once. Let's see what else we got here. Marmar said shorts only. Fair enough. DD ratio is 91. You know, I haven't hit the short button in over 2 weeks. I haven't hit the short button in over 2 weeks. Let's see what else we got here. I'm Liquidity said, you've been using a cool ATR trailing stop, 40 points from the entry till we are 40 points above it, and then it trails at 1.2 ATRs behind price. 1.2 ATRs behind price. I'm liquidity. What ATR? What period, like what time are you monitoring ATR for? And is it like a 21 period ATR? How many candles? Average true range is a helpful indicator. And for those of you who don't know, in Rocket Scooter, you can add it to the bottom of your chart. If you want to use it the way that Matt's strategy goes, he doesn't necessarily use ATR, average true range, but he does pay attention to the largest 1 minute candle from the last hour. So if you're interested in having a quick visual reference for that, go to indicators in Rocket Scooter, type in average, and then you can see average, let me type in range. Average true range. See average true range? Click on that. Now I've got it configured that way already, but if it won't show up like this, but what you can do is click on it, go to plot, change the plot to histogram, change the color to whatever color you want. And then for inputs, change it to the length of 1. What that will do is it will just make it so the bar shows the size of the candle above. And then if you want a 1 minute candle, like, look, I'll go back to the open. Watch, instantaneously, you could be like, oh, the opening range, the size of the first few 1 minute candles was 35 points. And then here you see the spike. This one was 45 points. You know, you could see the size of the candles. So that can be helpful. And you can even see, like, look, see during CPI, it was a 94 point candle, right? So, you know, that might be helpful. If you follow Matt's strategy pretty much to the T, then that's definitely something that I think is beneficial to having on your chart. I'm Liquidity said it's a 21 period ATR. Nice. Chuck Torres said, doesn't ATR just show the volume, the volatility in a way of speaking? Yeah, it just shows, it's an average of the largest, it's an average of the candle sizes. But if you just set it to a period of 1, it will just show you at the bottom of the chart the size of the candles. It's just easier than being like, what's the largest candle? Looking, and then being like, oh, that's the largest candle. Let me measure it with the measurement tool. It's easier just to look at the bottom of the chart, be like, oh, there's the largest bar. How much is it? Oh, it's this many points. It's just quicker. It's just quicker. Let's see what else we got here. You know what? Let's guys, hit the like button. We've got 3 accounts to give away today, and we've got some boot camps. 245 people in the house. Let's go right off the rip. Oh, by the way, I got a bunny I'm eating today. Got a little snackage for the stream if you didn't know. Let's go right off the rip and give away a boot camp. I got my one thing that has been a little bit of an annoyance for me is when I got to cover something when we do the giveaways. Like not on your guys' side, on my side. So like one of my charts is always covered when I do that. So I've moved the layout. So now it's gonna it'll look the same to you guys, but it will cover my least important chart on my side. I probably didn't need to tell you guys that, but I'm just thinking out loud. All right, let me bring up the giveaway engine. I gotta type in the URL for the stream. Let's see here. Yeah, there was one trade going into the open today, long. The trade you see on the chart, that was just me testing something with the trade copier. Trade trading with Matt. I was long going into the open. I know that sounds crazy, but It was a good setup, and I couldn't, unfortunately, even though I didn't feel comfortable, it was a 65% setup, and I had to take it. Okay. Day trading with a match channel. All right, I got the URL. All right, here we go. Code word. Let me refresh this. Giveaway time. We're giving a giveaway right off the rip. Filter messages. All right, type boot camp in chat. Boot camp. Boot camp. Start capturing. Start capturing. Start capturing. Okay, is that working? Yep. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I guess I can move that down. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to get the layout all figured out, you know, because you know, it's kind of like if you've never done this before, like, you know, you have like your screen layout for trading, and you know, you don't really take into account allocating space for managing a stream, you know, this, so it's getting better and better. Now I can always, you know, I have my chat, I have the giveaway engine, so it's going good. Dada said, am I still long? No, I'm not. No. We haven't touched the zone since. There was a short opportunity. There was. I was a little bit tempted when we got to this zone to go short. Had we got deeper into the zone, maybe. But I don't know. It just, that was a good. It was a good. It would have been a good short entry, but I've only been taking longs just because of the just because the DD ratio has been so strong, and I didn't look at monthly maps again today. Let me look at monthly maps. What am I doing? Okay, monthly maps. One day. Yeah, like we opened in a bull zone on monthly maps. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little sketch for the short size for me. Back to a 5 minute. Okay. I was tempted because the tape got real heavy up there, but then I was like, you know what? No, like it's just too risky. Silva says you love watching us. We aren't just randomly trading, only trade on real signals, not blowing accounts all the time. Yeah, I mean, like I mean, when you first start trading, you think, and I mean, I was like that, you know, you constantly like banging the buttons, in, out, like you see a whippage in the price, you're in. But then, you know, as you gain experience and you learn the statistics and the strategy, you're like, okay, I guess most of the day is just doing this, waiting, you know, waiting for levels to get hit, and then executing depending on your style when those levels are reached. You know, whether like you do like I do, I watch the tape. I've also been experimenting with the resting orders, but I wasn't really enjoying that. Boosted Time said, did I take any trend line analysis? Nah, ain't about that life. Not about the trend line life. Let's see how, okay, we got 30 entries so far. 30 entries. We're giving away a boot camp. I know we're only just started the stream. I kind of want to tear this open already. I'm trying to wait for a little bit. How's everyone's session been going? What's the situation? What's the situation? Anyone short that? Anyone get short near the highs? And you guys smack that entry? Nice. DG painfully slow. I mean, something. Okay, you want to know something funny? Like an hour ago, I was just I left my office just to get a little bit of get some fruit in the kitchen, and I feel like I was gone for a while, and I came back and basically almost like I was like there was only like 3, maybe 15,000 contracts that were traded in the time I was gone. And then I looked down at volume and price velocity, and I was like, oh my god, like the market really slowed down early today, like really early. When does the VIX contract expire? Let me see. What's the VIX expiration? But yeah, I thought like something was wrong with my charts. All right, giveaway time. Guys, hit the like button. Smash that like button. All right, let's do our first giveaway. It's for a boot camp. Here we go. Do I ever put honey on grapefruit? No, I put salt on grapefruit sometimes. I could try honey on grapefruit though. Okay, here we go. I rearranged the giveaway engine a little bit. Let's just see if it looks fine when I bring it up. Okay, it's not even showing up. It's not even showing up. Properties. Control center. Brave browser. Is it showing up? There we go. All right, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Oh, look, it scrolled down more than I thought it would. Look, it's off center. Oh, there it goes. Once it picks it, it centers. AG47K5P, you just won a boot camp. Type something in chat. Hey, congratulations. You just won yourself a boot camp. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin named Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID. He will hook you up. He will hook you up. It's Casual Friday. It's Casual Friday. It's Casual Friday. I'm wearing my niece's hat. Jesus, yeah, it's my niece's hat. Okay, so that's one boot camp. Boot camp, scoot camp. Guys, we've got 3 prop accounts to give away today. It's a giveaway bonanza. Rigged. If you enter twice on Darb stream, you'll be in trouble. You'll be in trouble. He laid a smackdown. Philippe. AG won and said super rigged. Nice. Wait, does Darb really block people? Or he blocks people from the boot camp? How does he do it? He lays a smackdown. You enter for the boot camp, you Dunsky. Nice. 5e said, can I explain the two indicators under the chart? 5e, if you're 5e, are you referring to the resilience, or are you referring to volume velocity and price velocity? Let me know and I can respond to you. Volume and price. Okay. So volume velocity and price velocity, they're quite simple, but I just use them. I've been using them a long time. I'm used to them. So I can't really, I need them to understand what's going on mechanically in the market, because I've got so much mental recall watching the market with those up. So volume velocity, it's just simply, it's another way of looking at volume. Volume velocity is the number of seconds it's taking for a fixed amount of volume to go through the market. So it's taking 73 seconds right now for 2,000 contracts to move through the market. Price velocity is the number of seconds it's taking for the market to cover a certain distance in price. Right now it's taking 86 seconds for the market to move across 5 points in price distance. That's what it is. And that's what it is. And typically, generally speaking, when they move together, the market is usually more liquid. But sometimes what you'll see is the volume will slow down, but the price will remain fast. And that typically indicates that you're in an illiquid area, because price is still moving around very quickly, but there's no volume to back it. I'll quickly just pull up an example. So volume velocity would be on the left. Price velocity will be on the right. I should add labels to this diagram. But you could see the top set, that's more of a liquid environment. As volume slows down, so does price. The bottom set, right, that's an example of mid-February, which was a very illiquid time for the market. There was like institutional players and big players just didn't seem to be there. And we saw a lot of this. Volume slowing down, price remaining very fast. When I see that, I'm very cautious, because it typically means that large players are not in the market. Maybe it's in that specific area, but usually when you see something like this, it kind of translates to the whole session. And liquidity environment is important to me for two reasons. Number one, because if big players aren't there, the action, the responsiveness it pivots, it's different. And number two, you get more slippage on your entries and on your exits. And, that can get pretty expensive, and it can really throw off the risk and reward of your trade if you get a lot of slippage. So that's how I use those. And they're pretty critical to my read on the market. I don't like monitor them second by second, but like they're there and they're important to me. It's like my altimeter. Like, I can look at the chart and I approximately know what's going on, but I look at that meter and I have a better understanding of what's going on under the hood. The mechanics of the market. We got a lot of people talking about how they love when a man takes control. That's cool. I just looked up a chat and I'm seeing all these comments. I love it when somebody can take control. I love when a man can take control. My husband will take care of business. What are you guys talking about in chat? I just looked up in this explanation and this is what I'm seeing. I don't know what you guys are talking. Anyways, let's see. Phoebe said, great, thanks so much. You're welcome. You're very welcome. You guys are talking about how Darb bans people. I see. Got it. Okay. I see. I got you. Now I understand like where the whole reference came from. Something's going on with my iPad. It's locked up. There we go. All right, guys, smash that like button. Let's do another boot camp giveaway. Let's do another boot camp giveaway. We've given away. We've got 7 more. We're down to 7 BC. We're down to 7 BC. We're just moving through the years. Hey, Riz Hacker, just careful with that stuff because I don't know how the banning works. Like, you know, it might auto-deduce. YouTube might not like that. Okay, so Milky said the year Neon was born, 7 BC. What are you guys talking about in chat? Let's see. Okay, yeah, let's do another boot camp giveaway. Let me reset the little giveaway engine. Reset tool. Start capturing messages. All right, type boot camp in chat. It's another boot camp giveaway time. We've got boot camps to give away. We've got boot camps to give away. We've got 3 prop accounts to give away. And the levels we're watching on the chart, well, the levels I'm watching are, I mean, I know it's unlikely, but if we all of a sudden sold off, oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong chart. Sorry, guys. If we all of a sudden sold off down to this zone, that would be cool. We would need a drastic sell-off. It's like 200 points away. But it could definitely happen. So that zone down there. And then if we get some positive news and we rally and we reclaim this stable block up here, then this zone will be in play. I highly doubt that we will get... Well, you know what? There's still an hour and a half. Yeah, maybe we get up to here. I didn't even draw the geometry of this zone. If we get up there, I'll draw it, but I don't want to draw it now because it'll just make things messy. Let's see what else we got here. Boot camp giveaway. Hit the like button. I'm gonna put the black hat back on. I'm back. That one just itches a little bit. Lore Kick, you said you like the hat? Hey, Seuss, did I look at monthly maps? I looked at monthly maps. I looked at them on stream. I didn't look at them. They weren't part of why I was long into the open. Let's see what else we got here. Boot camp. Yep, boot camp giveaway time. Rogue says some I had a doppelganger. Yeah, I had a doppelganger. Am I Indian by any chance? Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, I'm a ghost. Oh. Let me just fix the focus. The focus got used to the flower hat, I guess. You got drunk and didn't even have a single shot? Yeah. No funny business behind the defocus? No. All right. Guys, I thought I was gonna, you know what? I'm gonna have half this little bunny now, and I'm gonna have half of it during power hour. I should have bought two. If you're vegan, close your eyes. I'm gonna bite the head off of this bunny. And then I'm gonna have it with a little sip of my coffee. Like melt it a little bit. Adventure rigs gotta roll out. Peace out, brother. Peace out. All right, boot camp giveaway. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Wait, hold on. I didn't even bring it up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're doing a giveaway. 1, pick a winner. Jans 09 8 7 6. Use a winner. Congratulations. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin named Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID. He will hook you up. You won yourself a boot camp. It's a 20-day boot camp taught by the inventor of the rocket scooter platform, Matt, aka Matoski. And he's going to go over general market information and the rocket scooter strategy and platform. Congratulations. Use a winner. Rigged. Let's see. Yeah. Use a winner. Congratulations. Is it all boot camps today? No. We got three prop accounts. 3 prop accounts. I'm giving away 3 accounts. Random selling doesn't need the boot camp. Someone's saying, where does this climb come from? Looks just like it just looks technical. I don't think it's any, there's no doesn't look catalytic. Is catalytic a word? Doesn't look like there's a catalyst driving it. Just looks technical. Catalytic converter. Liquidity used to steal catalytic converters. Adrian got his catalytic converter stolen. Uh-oh. Let's see what accounts we're giving away today. Let's check what's on the spreadsheet here. Okay, we've got a 25. Wow. We got a good We got good accounts. We got a funded next 25K rapid. We've got a lucid 50K flex, and we've got a trade of 550K lightning today. That's pretty nice. We got 3 accounts. Real cool. And we've still got 6 boot camps. Across to 7. Now we're at 6 BC. Okay. We're at 6 BC. Pigeon tacos? I don't know what that means. Is that a code word for the giveaway? Code word nice hat? That might be a good one. Let's see what we got here. I almost wore one of my crazy shirts. Okay. So if for those of you who don't know this, okay, you guys might not have been here when I said this. So what happens is, so I pretty much always, I wear a uniform. Like I have like a bunch of the same, like many copies of the same exact piece of clothing. And that's just how I am. So, but like when I go to, sometimes when I go to like, I don't know, sometimes when I go to like an event or something like that, I try to, like I have these shirts that I wear. They're kind of like shirts they're almost like troll shirts. Like I'll wear them and it's kind of like, you know, people will either like not talk to you because you look crazy to be wearing that, or like you'll attract people who are really like open-minded and funny. So let me go grab the shirt. I'll grab one of them because I was gonna wear it today. Let me grab it. This is one of them, you know? Like, look, you see it? It's like a bunch of wolves howling at the moon. Stuff like that. Things like that. You know. So like my girlfriend would be like, oh yeah, like we're going to this dinner party with these people or whatever, and I'll rock up with one of those kind of shirts. First time meeting people, you know? Be like, what up? And no joke, this particular one, the last time I wore this particular one, it was a full moon. And I got a little bit too comfortable around these people, and I was like doing the howling and everything. They kind of knew I was joking, but they also kind of thought I was crazy. But they got my vibe by the end of the night. Rich said you agree with them. Fair enough. What we got here? Smash that like button, guys. Let's get the likes up so we can do our first giveaway. We're 69 likes away from our first giveaway. I also just realized there's no way the second half of this bunny's gonna make it to power hour. I'm eating it now. What, I make it like 10 minutes? It's too good. So good. Riz says, what's my ethnicity? I'm not sure. I'd have to ask my parents. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. My parents probably know. Let me text my mom. No, I'm Indian. I'm Indian. $160. Wow, the likes jumped up quick. Did I see the message about the shirt you found? No. I'm here to trade and and boy, the tape ain't moving. Oh, I haven't seen that before. All right. 181 likes. Wow, they jumped up fast. All right. So we're almost ready for our first giveaway. These cuts that didn't think I looked Indian. I didn't think so either. I didn't think so either. Now that you say it, I wonder if that's my real dad that's been talking to me for the last 30 or so, almost 40 years. I wonder if he's the real deal. Now that you mention it, I wonder. I'll have to quiz him one day. See if he's the real deal. See if there's some sort of shenanigans going on there. All right. So let's see what we got here. Okay, funded next. funded next 25k rapid. Funded next 25k rapid. Does he try to sell you a rebate or car insurance? No. But I tell you what, he did run the household like I was in local 237. That dude was hard on me, you know? That dude was hard on me. It's like I had a full-time job at that house. It was like I was in the union, and we did not get our union mandated breaks. Anyways, he taught me a good work ethic. Okay, so let's bring up our giveaway engine. Okay. What types of perks of this Funded Next account? Funded Next Rapid is $1,500 target, $1,000 drawdown, no daily loss limit, or if you're from New York, no daily loss limit. No activation fee, no minimum benchmark days, one-time fee only, or if you win it, is free. 2 minis, 10 micros in challenge, 3 minis, 15 micros in funded. Any other relation to the other neon streamer? I don't know who the other neon streamer is, but no. No. Okay. Any suggestions for the code word here? Let me reset the tool. Reset your damn tool, boy. Snackage, because I am hungry. Snackage. Wait, how many likes are we at? We're only at 100. Oh, we're at 200 likes. We're at 200 likes. Snackage is the code word. If you already typed it, just type it one more time, because I just started the engine now. How would you spell that? I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to figure out. However everyone else is spelling it should work. Yeah, you just have to type. Someone said you just have to type it once. You just have to type it once. Although, you know, there are members of the community who choose to type it in 37 times. So you could type it in once, you know, but some people do choose that magic number 37 and type it in 37 times. It just depends on the person. Okay. Does it give any extra entries? It does not. It does not. Reason to reach does it 3 just to make sure. Nice. Jesus says the more you type, the more entries you get. False. Actually, what happens is if you type it twice, it enters you and then removes you. So make sure you type it an even number of times. I just made that up, but 100 people just freaked out. Nah, they didn't. It doesn't enter you more times. You just get a single entry, and then I guess the people with the membership get 2 entries. One less reach said you wouldn't have went back on that. Gone back on that. Yeah, no. Rigged. Rigged. UFC this weekend, huh? Who thinks the quality of the UFC cards has gone down? Is that just me? Poor Macy Barber got smoked last week. Absolute smokage. Samoas would have been a good code word. You were at the Silva fight when he snapped his leg? Ugh. That was... Oh, samosas. Ooh, samosas are nice. Alright, let's see how many entries we got so far. 285 people in the house. People taking Friday off, I guess. Alright. 177 entries so far. Thus far. As expected, we're just rotating around hedge pressure. We're just rotating around hedge pressure. Formula 1 Racing, 78's in the house. Formula 1 Racing, I wonder how old you are. Do you remember Damon Hill? That's who was the prominent driver when I was a kid and I lived in England. We used to watch Formula 1 every Sunday. Damon Hill for Williams Renault was the driver back then. Williams driver, you remember him? Yeah, Damon Hill was cool. He was good. David Coulthard was good. Yeah, I'm British. Well, I mean, I'm a dual citizen. But I grew up in England. Uh-oh, Killer said, you remember Damon Hill? He wasn't too good. He won the championship one year, I thought. Yeah, he won it once. He won it once. That's still pretty difficult. Am I a spy? No. But I mean, honestly, if I was a spy, I would say I wasn't, so I guess I could be. But I'm not, but that's what I would say if I was, so. Spurs or Arsenal fan? Neither. Neither. I'm just I don't know. No, not a fan of either. Portsmouth was cool. I lived in Portsmouth. But they weren't in the Premier League when I lived there, and then I know they were in the Premier League for a while, and then they weren't. 226 likes, guys. Smash the like button. We're doing a giveaway for a funded next 25k rapido. Funded next 25k rapid. Who won the TPT 50k test yesterday? According to the sheet, it's not being... They didn't, maybe they did. I don't know. Milky said boo Portsmouth. Fair enough. I don't really care who wins most games. I just like to watch and just, you know. I don't remember Canu. No. Man, remember this song? Man United are short-sighted. Man United are short-sighted. People used to always chant that in the hallway in school. Well, I wasn't saying Man United are short-sighted. I'm just saying, you know, they used to say that. I was just wondering who won the TPT account because I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Oh, never. You know what? No, sorry. I just see it was just updated. It looks like the spreadsheet wasn't updated. I just refreshed it. It was claimed. I thought it wasn't though. All right. So 204 entries. Okay, here we go. Let's do it in 30 seconds. Now, reason to reach says now it sounds like an even bigger conspiracy. No, I think Slack's probably just hadn't updated the spreadsheet. He's probably listening, and maybe it just got updated, and that's why it refreshed. Because basically, once someone claims it, our little sheet gets updated to let us know it was claimed. All right, here we go. Time's up. Time's up. If you didn't enter, you're too slow. Giveaway time. We got 3 prop account giveaways today. We're on 1 of 3. Let's bring up the giveaway engine. All right. Here we go. Total captures 206. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Beauty Montree. Beauty Montree. You won yourself a proprietary account. Type something in chat. Rigged. Trader 007NQ. Jesus. Beauty Montree. There they are. Congratulations, you win. Rigged. Baja Trade says reroll. We can't reroll. They just claim their prize. Okay. Here's how you claim your prize. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. In said contest channel, message the admin name Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID. He'll hook you up. I'm going to turn up the brightness on the camera a little bit. Stand by. Waiting for camera. Okay, here we go. Right, I'm going to get brighter. In 3, 2, 1. Whoop. Nice. Should I go even brighter? Whoop. Whoa. 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 Take it easy there, champ. That's good. Actually, I think it's good. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the song name? The last song was called Love. All right. Excuse me. Rotating around hedge pressure. Neutral hedge pressure resilience. The rotation continue. Any Indian music available? No. Learn trading. It's AI generated. The song was AI generated on Suno. Yeah, guys, there's no evening show tonight, but don't forget there's an evening show on Sunday. There's an evening show on Sunday. I don't speak Hindi, no. Nope. All right. Okay, let me close this. Okay, there we go. Guys, smash the like button. Let's get up to 350. American, no, I mean, I was born in India. Then I grew up in England. And then we moved to America. So, India, England, and America. My three primary places I hung out. And then I lived in Canada for a little bit. We're in India, New Delhi, east of Kailash. Okay. ABCD, originally that stands for American Born Confused Desi. I do speak the Queen's English, I do. I definitely do. Yeah, I definitely do. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Victoria on, was it called Victoria on Netflix? Victoria, yeah, I think it's called Victoria. Oomp, 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 oomp. Farina's in the house. What's up, Farina? Guys, we're 246 likes. Let's get it up to 350. Let's get up to 350 so we can do our next giveaway. Bottle of water. Victoria lives next door to you. Daily Man has said, do I think we get a sell-off next week? I'm totally neutral on that. I remain fluid session to session. Because of the way I trade with liquidity zones and like with Rocket Scooter and Seeds, I don't... I try to remain very nimble session to session. What happens with me is if I make a read too far out, it affects my day-to-day intra-session reads. Like if I say right now that I think we're gonna get, like, let's say I look at the daily chart, I look at monthly maps, and I kind of try to make a read on what's gonna happen next week. If the intra-session chart and indicators all point to the buy side, me having made a thesis to the short side ahead of time will poison my ability to be very fluid intra-session. So, you know, I don't make these huge, out of far out reads. I just don't do it because it affects my intra-session reads. Ichi, what's up, brother? Milky said crumpets and tea. F Sympathy said we're in England, Portsmouth. Rod Trade said yo. Daily Manana said thanks. Esteban said, do you even trade, bro? When the edge shows up, absolutely. Milky said Victoria lives next door. That I don't know about all that. Solid show though. What's the blue line in the charts? Okay, so the blue line in the charts, this blue line is the maximum gamma exposure for dealer options based on weekly options. So there's an algorithm that filters out dealer options in the market, and then it finds the maximum gamma exposure for those dealer options, places as a line on the chart, and that's a tradable high volume pivot. Additionally, there's an auxiliary indicator that dictates whether that line says support or resistance next to it. If you see right now it says support, the reason it says support is because the auxiliary indicator, resilience right down here, is just slightly above 0. Okay? The reason that this is, one of the reasons we are rotating around this is because, number one, the resilience indicator for it is right around neutral, which means for the most part, stocks in the underlying index, like, well, not for the most part, stocks in the underlying index mathematically are at a neutral point with their weekly hedge pressures as well, right? So that causes that auxiliary indicator to read right around 0 because it's looking at all the underlying stocks in the index, market cap weighted, and it's generating that signal to be up or down. We also have one for monthly options. That's the orange line. It's out of bounds on ES today, but you can see it all the way down there. All the way down there, right? So we're in a bull zone, and you got all these monthly options, right? The maximum gamma exposure point being down here at 66.09, way down there. But on NASDAQ, it's inbounds. On NASDAQ, it's inbounds. And you can see even we rotated around it a lot today. Again, because one of the reasons you could see the auxiliary indicator was rotating around neutral. And also, this is not an exact science, but if you just think about the sheer concept of liquidity, right? Liquidity is a place where buyers and sellers are present, and the market maker does not need to participate in the, they take their VIG, but they're facilitating transactions between, they're finding buyers and sellers, and they're allowing them to transact, right? When you're in an illiquid spot, right, the market maker needs to take the other side of the bet if there's no one to take that trade. So that's what creates these hedging loops, and that's how these pivots are derived. But when you have a lot of pivots that are high volume pivots that are close together, in close proximity to each other, what it ends up being is just a generally large liquid area. So the market has a tendency to to rotate there. Now, if the pivots are far enough apart, it's a lot easier to trade between them. But when they're very close together, sometimes it just turns into a big cluster. Someone said, look at a sudden disconnection between volume velocity and price velocity. It means that liquidity is drying up just a little bit. Because if price speeds up, but volume does not speed up with it, it generally means that price is speeding up without volume behind it. So it's, even though you're still moving, the action is somewhat hollow. But that's just a little, that's just a small indication of it. We're not seeing it sustained be that way. It might pop back up and slow down soon. Someone says, what's DD band? DD band is one risk interval above and below yesterday's close. It's the green lines. And what is a risk interval? It's a price distance that's derived by reverse engineering CME span. That's the margin requirements. Reverse engineering the margin requirements. Risk interval is extremely powerful. Some says, can I explain the yellow lines? So I personally, I don't use the yellow lines, because they almost always line up with a, during my testing, they almost always lined up with seeds levels. So I don't draw the yellow lines. But there's a boot camp class on yellow lines and red lines. If like for anyone who does do the yellow lines, red lines, one of the most helpful things you can do for that is to you could set up Fibonacci tool and just set it so that you can have the midpoint, like just the high, the low of the range that you're drawing and the midpoint. That way you'll be able to see if a bounce clears the midpoint or not. It just kind of speeds it up. Because when I was testing them, I had set up a tool so that I could do that when I was drawing them. DeLuca said, you heard a thesis this morning that Trump's tweet was in perfect timing with the JPM collar and other shorts unwinding. Pretty interesting thesis. There's a lot of participants in the market. The market is a very lucrative place. The market is extremely lucrative for cheaters. So when you have a game that's being played by humans, right? And it's a large group of humans, you're going to have cheaters. So I don't think that that's out of the question that, you know, there's cheaters in the game. There's cheaters in the game for sure, because the prize for cheating and not getting caught in this game is monetary. So there's definitely cheaters in the game. Which is one of the reasons I don't check the news. I see catalysts show up on the chart. I pay attention to the time. I know it sounds like a broken record with this, but like I always like people to know. Because people sometimes ask about, what do you think of this tweet, that tweet? Like I didn't know there was a tweet, but I pay attention to the timing of news events. Like if there's a FOMC rate decision, if there's CPI, if there's PPI, I mark the time on the chart because I know, oh, hey, be wary. There could be a catalyst at this time, but I don't look at what the rate decision is. I don't look at what the CPI is. I don't look at what the PPI is, because it detracts me from my read of the chart. The chart tells me everything I need for the way that I trade. Endplane C said, what's my play? Am I selling or buying? For the last couple of weeks, I've only been taking longs. Reason being, like December, January, the short side, I was trading both sides of the market. But since the end of February, going into March, the market's been very squeezy. So I feel like it's just been difficult for me to, like my accuracy was dropping on the short side trades. So I found that we were getting really good responses at pivots, even on the sell-offs. So it was just more accuracy wise, it was better just to stick to the long side, because the short side trade had got a little bit messy in the last month or so. And then what I'm looking at right now, so the only zones, like the zone I traded this morning was, oh, I'm scrolling on the wrong chart. The zone I traded this morning was this zone here, right? We opened right at a pivot, so I was long going into the open. So this was the only active zone, and we had an active zone up here, but I was not looking for a short. If I was looking for a short, that's where I would have shorted from, right? We drove up into that decision block on seeds, and then we sold off. So that was a fine short entry if you were looking for a short entry. I was not looking for a short entry. So right now we're just sitting in a stable block, right? So I typically I won't be initiating. I don't like to initiate trades in a stable block. I like to read the action when we reach a decision block. I mean, they're decision blocks. They're called decision blocks because, you know, it's usually deciding points for the market. And then if we did get all the way up to and through this decision block and claim this stable block, possible long out of here. And then if we all of a sudden sell off on news, which I would love if that happened, then the zone is down here. I didn't even draw out the pivots for these zones because I like to keep them clean until, you know, they're coming more into play, because right now there's really only one zone in play. So that's what we got going right now. Cumulite said, this is why you're not fully a good trader yet. You trade whenever you can. All right. Yeah, most of trading is waiting. So for Cumulite, here's what I would say. For Cumulite, here's what I would say. There's a couple of tips. There's a couple of tips for that. Okay. First of all, like, because it depends. Everyone's mind thinks a little bit differently, but a couple of analogies I can give you that might help you if you just kind of, you know, if you're just looking at charts and you just feel like every move you need to trade. What you can do is a couple of things. Number one, this is not financial advice. You can name your setups. You can name your setups. And if you name your setups, you kind of know what you're looking for. And name them based on something that might make sense to you. Okay? So like an analogy I can give is sports. Maybe you name them by sports. So let's say you have 4 setups that you trade. Maybe you say, you know, basketball, football, baseball, and whatever, boxing, whatever they are. You can name them by sports, name them on something that relates to you. But the reason I like to say sports is because someone could be a master at a certain sport, but when they move to a sport that they're not familiar with, they suck. It's not their sport, right? So it's like if you name your setup, let's just use 2. Let's use basketball and baseball. So you name your setup, basketball and baseball. And you go into the session, you say, I'm a master of basketball and baseball. Those are the 2 sports I know. So if you see cricket on the chart, you're like, well, I mean, maybe it's an opportunity, but I'm not a cricket player. And you don't, you know, you're waiting for your setup. Okay? Because what happens is when you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know if you should be waiting or not. Okay? That's number 1. And then number 2, what happens is, like, a lot of people are like this, I feel. They have edge, but they don't wait for it to show up. They don't, like, someone, like maybe like 10 minutes ago, someone said, do you even trade, bro? And I said, yeah, when my edge shows up. Guess what happens if I trade when my edge isn't there? My numbers neutralize towards, right? If I take setups that don't have edge for me, the numbers converge back to neutral, right? You only have edge and have positive expectancy and a upward sloping equity curve if you trade when your edge shows up. If you trade when the edge isn't there, you will rotate around, your P&L will rotate around neutral forever. And if you don't manage risk well, your P&L will go down. So wait for the edge to show up. And then another analogy I can give on that, and I'm going through this because this is actually important because people are impatient, I feel. The other thing is you can think of, we talked about this a few weeks ago, Alfie Alpha. Okay, who's Alfie Alpha? Alfie Alpha is the roulette dealer. When that dealer comes out, all of a sudden, 68% of the black squares, 68% of the blocks on the roulette wheel. This is just another analogy. Could you imagine if you could walk to a roulette table and you could just wait? And let's say, you know, it's 50-50 red and black. I know it's not exactly 50-50 because of 0 and 00, but just imagine that a roulette wheel had exactly 50% red, 50% black. Could you imagine if you could just stand there and wait and wait and wait and wait until a certain dealer came out? And when that dealer came out and stood in front of the wheel, all of a sudden, 68% of the blocks are black, and you can just bet black. Wouldn't you just wait for him to show up? Right? You'd wait. That's what trading is. That's what trading is. Waiting for alpha to show up when 68% of the blocks are black and you just bet black. And the edge just realizes itself. That's what trading is. That's what trading is. So if you want to trade when it's 50% black and 50% red, I mean, go for it. But you're just going to be spinning your wheels and banging your head against the wall. What if NQ said, do I have a side hustle? Or am I just able to live off trading? I just trade. I just trade. And then, I have long-term investments that I invest excess capital in, but my primary, I trade. So yeah, those are two analogies, the sports one and the roulette one. Wait for alpha to show up. Wait for alpha to show up.
Maybe you'll feel where you belong and find your way back to my arms where love still lives, safe from harm.
Tony said, how much do you take out of my bank account each month? Let's see what else we got here. D. Lucas says, you usually look for two confluences. You love bullish RSI divergence into a support zone. Yeah, I mean, different strokes for different folks. I don't use any well, I guess my filtering algorithm for coloring the candles, technically it started its life as an oscillator. But other than that, I don't, there's nothing. But I mean, I'm sure there's some people who use oscillators successfully somehow. Tony said, yeah, I won't speak specific numbers, because I like to speak in terms of risk units. But it's about, yeah, I'd rather not say, because my family doesn't even know my numbers, so I'd rather not say. People treat you differently when they know what your situation is, people come looking for a handout. Okay, let's see what we got here. Where am I? I'm located in Las Vegas. Tony, you said you just started your journey. You want to quit your job. Well, don't be in any rush. Don't be in any rush. Takes a while to develop and hone your edge, and also it takes a while to. There's only 255 sessions in a year, so it takes a while to learn what your habits are. What leaks there are in your game. When you first develop edge, it's kind of incremental, and then it'll get better and better and better and better, and then it kind of peaks out and it gets to a point where your job is just to maintain your edge. Your first few, it takes a few years. It takes a few years. It's a long game, it's a long game. But I mean, honestly, how many years does it take to go to school to be a doctor? I mean, once you got it figured out, you'll make more than a doctor, no problem. So it's worth the time. Not financial advice. AC Trade says, is there a calculation you can get DD banned overnight? Yes. DD bans are available overnight in the platform. Yes. The platform, you will have access to the DD ban. Yes. 253 likes. Let's get up to three. What did we say? We said 350. 350. Did we say 350 or 300? Let's get up to 300. 325. Let's do 325. How's DD Band calculated? Oh, you mean can you get the risk interval through CME? You cannot get the risk interval through CME. The risk interval is available in the Rocket Scooter platform. It's reverse engineered. It's the algorithm, not the algorithm. The inventor of Rocket Scooter reverse engineered CME span to derive the risk interval. But the platform, for those of you who might not know, the platform is only, I think, $150 a month, and you can buy lifetime right now for $2,500. So I mean, you know, like it will pay for itself, and for some people, it will. The month will pay for itself in one trade. For a lot of people, the lifetime will pay for itself in one trade. So not financial advice, but it's dirt cheap and well worth it. It's the real deal. You could have gotten lifetime after your first month. Yeah, I got lifetime after, I think, 2 months. I think 2 months. I got lifetime when I got lifetime once I believed in it, you know. Once I believed in it. Guys, smash the like button. When we get to 325, we're going to do another prop account giveaway. AC says, why isn't Brad using the Rocket Scooter platform? So, I mean, I guess technically Brad could use the Rocket Scooter platform on his stream, but I understand why he doesn't. He uses the Rocket Scooter levels, okay? But the reason I think he uses the... I don't know this for sure, but I think he uses it because, like, Rocket Scooter is built on a developer version of TradingView anyway. So when you only have the overnight pivots in DD Band, I don't, like, visually there wouldn't be much difference using Rocket Scooter versus TradingView. And then I think maybe it just works for his layout. It just works for his layout. But he does use Rocket Scooter levels. He just, I think he just uses the TradingView. And I could be wrong. He might be using them. Something just happened to my server. Hold on. Can you guys still see me? Type something in chat if you could still see me. Can you guys still see me? Testing. Did the stream lock up? Cut out. Cut out for a bit, then got back. It's back? Okay. I just lost access to my NinjaTrader. It's running on a server. Let me just let me try to reconnect the server. Hold on. Stand by. Windows server. Oh, my layout. Stand by. My layout just moved a little bit. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Come on. Okay. All right, we're good. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I just, I guess there was a hiccup in the internet or something. Okay. Is it smooth now? Smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay. I missed all the recent messages. Let's see what we got. Lagged a bit. Flipped. Okay, let's see. Tony said, here's a question you want answered. How much do you save up before you said F it and quit your job? I mean, I wasn't like saving up. But I mean, I started with 100 grand. I started with 100. Like kind of that I allocated to trading, but you know, I think the first account that I put money in, I probably put 30 grand in it. No, I didn't put 100 grand in it. But I think like that's different than like when you're ready to like go full time. You're ready to go full time when you're just consistent for a long period of time. Not when, you know, you have 3 good months. You're not all of a sudden like, you know, okay, it's time. You need to sustain stats over a period of time. Because stats have variance to them, you know. Wow, it is power hour already. The day is flying by. Okay. Are my charts okay? Okay, wait, hold on. Are my charts not updating? My I don't think Seeds is updating. Hold on. Let me reset. Unless the market's just moving really slow. Come on. Come on. Jesus said, if I could put a price on my levels, what would I charge? I mean, I don't know. To me, I put my life into that thing. I don't know. To me, they're priceless, but I don't really know. I never thought about that. I don't know. You tell me. I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. Everyone seems to say this stream's smooth now. Locked for a second, but it's back. Oh yeah, look, we're moving up into this, back into this decision block. Okay, cool. Scott text, my girlfriend's taking a little trip. She's going to Korea. She left today. Levi, I do not use ARB. I don't use ARB. Farina's laying the smack down. Learn trading. Can I drop my Suno playlist? I downloaded the songs from Suno. I don't have the Suno playlist. I don't have the Suno playlist. Is there like a... Can I upload stuff to... I don't know how I would do that. I don't know how I would do that. Let me put the thing back on. I don't know how I would do that. Levi just says, can I... You're thinking of a short here? Am I able to show it? All right, I'll show it just for a second. But I don't like to... Because I don't like to have things on my chart that I don't use. I don't like to have things on my chart that I don't use. Because your brain interprets things when they're in front of you. Take a look. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gone. Yeah, I don't... Because I don't use it. So I don't like having things up that I don't use. No, my girl's Italian. She's Italian. She's just going to Korea. Her friend has a work trip to Korea. So sometimes, you know, if her friend's going somewhere cool, she'll just kind of go. Damn, look, we're reclaiming this seed zone. This is quite a significant move now. No volume though, huh? Not a lot of volume. Esteban said, I have things of a serial killer. What was that, 10 seconds ARB? Yeah, but I don't want to look at it because I don't want it to affect my read on the market. I don't want to affect my read. That's why, you know. I'm very particular with, you know. Oh, it looks like you guys are talking in chat about the, there was like 5 people all with the same exact grammar and spelling and all that. That was funny. Oh, same exact punctuation. All right. Let's juice up the likes. Let's juice up the likes. Let's juice up the likes. Let's do another giveaway. Yo, chat's cracking me up right now. It looks like everyone was thinking the same thing for the last 2 weeks. Oh my god, look at this. Look, it's all coming out. I'm dying right now. Oh my god, everyone noticed and no one said anything. Oh, this is hilarious. I'm cracking up. Darb saw it too. I just think it's hilarious. I mean, listen, I'm pretty easygoing. I'm like, whatever. Someone made me aware of it. Just, you know, and then I started to see it. Is, you know, my charts. Okay. Okay, now we're just really paused here now. Okay. Even Mike, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Hawk saw it too.
You thought it all was random noise, but structure lives inside the price anyway. On our left,
Darb.
and she's taking off here in haste, and on our right, a calmer view, a traitor.
No, Mike, no. I didn't mean it like that. I meant because you're off your caffeine, brother.
Welcome to Rocket School.
You're moving slow right now. I know what it's like to quit caffeine.
We don't have to fight the market to find. Welcome to Rocket.
You're operating with a degraded IQ for a while.
Becomes the routine.
Headaches, lack of sleep.
What candles mean?
Oh, I forgot the jar. I forgot the jar again. Monday.
Fast emotions create distraction. Breakouts fail without attraction.
Someone should register the name Mike 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 Hawk. That would be funny.
The crowd will chase while discipline holds.
I don't know what the character limit is on I don't know what the character limit is on like a YouTube screen name.
Welcome to Rocket School.
I didn't do the other coffee alternatives yet. Reason being, I haven't looked at them yet. I have a really bad short-term memory. I forgot. I did save them in my browser though, so I gotta look at them this weekend.
We follow the process, not just the line. Wait for the level, respect the bands. Risk is controlled, capital
Yeah, YouTube definitely didn't give you that one randomly.
shows liquidity taken. Now the move goes.
You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Looks like we're rotating back towards hedge pressure. I don't know though. Yeah, I guess pretty neutral still. I would love to see a squeeze up back into the top. We still got some time left. Over 30 minutes left. So if all of a sudden we get a squeeze up into that area, I think that zone's still tradable. Still said I'm a chill trader. Yeah, you gotta be chill. You gotta be chill.
No chasing the highs tonight. Discipline
287 likes. Let's do another prop account giveaway. And when we get to 304 likes. Let's get to 304. 290 people in the house. Where are we? Let's see. Still well above that zone. Okay. You cannot like 2 times. It won't count. No, it'll check then uncheck. You're right. We're 10 likes away. All right, let me fire up the little giveaway engine. We need suggestions on the code word. Reset tool. Yeah, you could do it 1 time, 3 times, or 5 times, or 7 times, or 9 times, or 11 times. But you can't do it 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10 times. Should I do Gemini as the code word? I'm just kidding. Daz said, how do you get 304 likes from 292 watchers? Anyone wanna help me out on that one? Not Dasbert. I'm not being mean. No, Dasbert. It's because people like cycle in, they like, and then they leave. You know, like they hang out. Maybe they're here for like an hour and then they roll out. People come and go. That's what happens. Because if we were botting and all that, like, you know, we wouldn't bot to 300 views. We bot to like 1 million views, you know. But we don't do that. We don't do that. It's all real stuff here. Let's see. Go 325. I don't know. Don't ask me why. Sometimes stuff just jumps out. It's go and then the numbers 3, 2, and 5. Go 325. Sometimes stuff just jumps out. It's go 325. GO 325. GO. Not GP. GO. GO 325. Who picked that out and why? Who picked that out? Let me see. Where's it at? Where is it at? Oh, Wireless said go for 325, and I don't know. I just said go 325. What does go for 325 even mean? I don't know why it jumped out. Oh, it means 325 likes. I see. I see. Smash the like button. Rogue of the Lamb liked my guitar skills. Thank you. Hey, I know Darb's out there. Darb, is there any news? Is there any new songs on the list? Should I refresh it this weekend, maybe? I know Darb goes through like phases where he'll pump out a whole bunch of new songs. Yeah? Okay. Nice. New songs galore? Well, I updated it a week or two ago. 2 weeks ago. Ticklin Wicks? Do you even trade, bro? Are these the name of songs? Those are cool names. Even better tunes. You know what's crazy? Like, this didn't look like... I guess the levels were set up for rotation. Like, look, we've got, even though it's been a relatively decent, like, there's been a lot of pivoting action in the market. The actual overall range tight compared to what we've had lately. Would I add viewer songs to the list or just Darbs? No, yeah, I add songs. I have songs on. I have lists for specific creators, and then I'm working on a list for general stuff. One of the reasons that I use Darb and Rogues a lot is because they're like big lists, you know? So I just import them all at once, and I could just sort them out. It's kind of easier. But I do need to go through the Discord and build this side playlist. It's long enough to play. Uh, 157 entries. We are giving away a prop account. The account is, I believe it's a 50K. Yeah, it's a 50K Lucid Flex. 50K Lucid Flex. D's Cut said, is there an accessible playlist that you can see? Yes. If you tune into Darb stream on Sunday night, he will share his playlist. And then Rogue of the Lamb's playlist. Rogue gave me permission to share his playlist. So I'll do that right now. But I don't share Darb's because it's better for you to go to the stream and ask him directly, because the only reason Rogue doesn't share his in chat is because it like blocks the link. Oh look, Darb just shared his. There you go. Darb just shared his. But still go to that stream so that you can listen to all the latest songs. Okay, here we go. Suno.com/Rogue of the Lamb. Paste. Okay. Okay, I just shared Rogue's as well. La says, does anyone know why the market's not moving properly today? Lol, I'm not sure if you're joking around, if you're being serious, but there is somewhat of a reason that the market's moving the way it's moving today. If you look at the pivots, like look at the ES chart, look at the pivots. Okay, first of all, it's just open, half gap, and close, and hedge pressure, right? So limited number of pivots, number one. Number two, look at the distance between the pivots. Tight. So basically what you've got here is a pretty big, just giant area of, sorry, I'm not too familiar with the tools in this platform. Hold on. They're one for like a box.
This is not a drill. Every time the fan appears, volatility chills.
It's a rectangle. I don't forget it. This area, it's basically just a giant block where the market can easily rotate because there's a lot of participants there, a lot of volume there. Paintbrush. Did I just skip over the paint? I kept skipping over the paintbrush. You guys are probably like, the paint, no up, no down, no up, no down. This whole thing, like, it's because of the way that the levels are laid out, right? We're just basically, we have all these tight levels together, and because we haven't spent that much time in this area on the chart recently, there's not that many positions set up, so we don't have a lot of bull zones and bear zones and everything too. I had decent zones on seeds. That's how I was able to catch. That's how I was able to catch. I was long going into the open. And that was pretty much the only, my only trade. Things got a little bit messier later. There was an acceptable short. We came up into this seed zone. I didn't take it. I didn't take the short side trade, and we were selling off very aggressively back into this decision block. So I didn't take the long side of that either, because the opportunity to the long side had already passed. There was let's see, to the long side, this zone, even like looks can be deceiving because it happened very fast, but this zone held once, right? I'm using the midpoint of the zone. 1, 2, 3, and then it came right down to the stop area for the zone, but then 4, and then came back into the zone, 5. It had already held 5 times. So when we sold into it that aggressively, I was watching the tape and I was just like, oh, this thing looks heavy. And you know, why didn't I hit it 5 times? Because I don't trust this market right now. I don't trust this market. I'm doing cash grabs and runs. That's what I've been doing. Just smack it, grab the cash, and friggin' run out.
Some days a storm sets anchor in my chest. A daily fight that never calls for rest. Not merely sadness, no ruthless pull that tears the soul where laurel's shadow full. Then rocket scooter draws a map in the night. Hedge pressure rails like guardrails left and right. Resilience flips now, breathe with the tide. Liquidity pockets glow, street lights for the ride. Lost in my soul, far from the bright lights charm. An unseen canyon calling open.
All right, well, let's see how many entries we got so far. 204. 204. 204. 207.
EST whispers patience every time it calls. I move with the rhythm, market, please don't fall. No longer lost, soul sinking with the spark. That quiet canyon calling turn.
All right. See where we're at here. 320 people in the house. 326 likes. All right. Lucid 50K flex. Let's get it. Here we go. Okay, let's go. Rogue, send me a message on you have my email? No. I'll contact you. Okay, here we go. Traded 550K flex. Let's do our giveaway here. Giveaway engine. We got it up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. ADHD. AD. Oh, wait. No. Did I say Tradify Flex? Sorry. Lucid Flex. ADHD Crafts. Rigged. ADHD Crafts. Use a winner. Congratulations. You just won yourself a prop account. A proprietary account. Treat it with care. Or blow the thing up. Do whatever you need to do, man. Congratulations. Rigged. Alright, click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the content. Wait, he wanted a... You just won? Hey guys, this is what you call variance. It's realizing itself. Look at it. I mean, it's like variance is coming into play. Statistics. Now he's not going to win for a whole lot of time. Alright, ADHD Crafts. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message you have in any Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID and he'll hook you up. I got it. I got it. That was the fastest I've ever said it. KM said BS. Rigged. You can't believe you won? Is it because you just won one? You just won one? You just WONONE? You just won one? Is it because you just won one? Oh, God. Price velocity's in the red. Mike said, one time you won 2 spins in a row, but you weren't here to claim it? You haven't won since? What? How is price velocity calculated? It's the number of seconds it takes for... It's the number of seconds it takes for NASDAQ to cover 5 points in price distance. And I have... there's like a little filtering thing in there to remove false signals that I created, but essentially it's how much time does it take NASDAQ to cover 5 points in price distance. It's helpful to know because if you see price with high velocity but volume doesn't have velocity, it generally speaking it means that price is moving without volume behind it. Matt ended up giving you the second account because he's nice. Yeah, we know. You're in here every day. Give it up for Mike. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Hawk. Dubs in chat for Mike. ADHD Crafts, congratulations on your win. That's a real banger account to win. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to... and also let's give it up to Mike H. Because he's quitting caffeine. He's quitting caffeine. Or at least in a you know, he's trying his best. It sounds like it's going pretty good. Yikes, no caffeine. I know. I quit like... Terrace, are we done for the giveaways? Absolutely not. We are absolutely not done with the giveaways. We still have... I'm pretty sure... like... Okay, no, it's not a Tradeify Select. It's a Tradeify Lightning. But some people probably prefer the Lightning. We've got a 50k... Tradeify. Pam said, you've seen Matt and hang with Darb at night, but first time in this session. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Pam. The room shows up. Type the room shows up for Pam. We got a new family member. I know the afternoon. I know a lot of traders take the afternoon off, so I know it's quiet, but thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And you know what? You never know when the market's going to enter a cycle when all of a sudden afternoons are just very active. Think about like 3 weeks ago. Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? Remember, there was like 2 or 3 weeks ago where like the Asia session was just, it was trading as if it was like, it was trading like the New York Open. So the market goes through cycles. So thank you for being here. Pam, welcome. It's the Neon Cucumber Show. The room shows up. Well, the Asia session's always good because Darb's there. There's no such thing as a session when Darb's present, when it's not a banger. Darb's a boss. Let's see what else we got here. Boss. Boss. I can't wait to meet Darb in person. That's gonna be cool. So whoever, anyways, I got off on a tangent. Whoever asked if the giveaways are done, the giveaways are absolutely not done. We still got a Tradeify account to give away. Let's get some suggestions for the code word. 1 minute to mock. 1 minute to mock. Boosted Dime's in the house. He keeps bragging on the most handsome award. Brad. That could be unbecoming. Don't brag too much about that. Don't brag too much. He's a hot streamer. They say he's a hot streamer. Code word Neon Handsome too? Aw. Cam, you're the best. Code word Braddy Zaddy. Braddy Zaddy? Yo, Boosted Dime always coming in with the scoundrel messages. Boosted Dime always coming in with the scoundrel message. People are typing crazy stuff in. Oh, you know what? I asked for the code word. That's why I'm getting all these. I'm getting all these words in chat. Oh, okay. I already saw the code word. The code. Okay, I'm making it hard on you guys. This is gonna be difficult. The code word. The code word. The code word is 1-1, but it's 1-1. WONONE. 1-1. Hold on. I'm not monitoring yet. Hold up. Reset tool. Resetting tool. Entering code word. 1 1 1. Start capturing messages. Capturing messages. 55 seconds remaining until cycle ends. Repeat cycle on infinity. Repeating cycle. All right, we're good. Hey, if they need like a voiceover for an AI voice for a movie, I think I could do it. Good morning, trader. Welcome to your platform. Here are the levels that Rocket Scooter has presented to us today. DD ratio is 0.91. Res is 42.87. MHP is calling mom cell. Oh no, it's calling my mom. All right. 152 entries so far. Tradeify 50k lightning. Tradeify 50k lightning. Let's see. Did we reclaim this seed zone? Let me see. No, we're sitting right below the seed zone. I know a lot of you guys were short biased today. You guys love this song, I bet. I got my puts, baby, yeah. You know you do. I got my puts, baby, yeah. We got ourselves 310 people in the house, 336 likes. More likes than concurrence right now. I think some pasta with red sauce is in my near future. Pasta with red sauce. This one's for Matt. Rogue said this one's for Matt. He's been taking the short side. Who was the last one? Let me see. The last song was called... Oh, you know what? I have the playlist on shuffle, so actually I don't know what the last song was. Boosted Dime said, how you have more likes than participants? Because some people press it twice. No, that's not why. No, don't press it twice, because then it turns it then on, then off. Vegas is getting another In-N-Out burger. You know what? Let's get serious for a second. I know we've just been joking around, but we need to, let's get serious for a second. Why do people wait in such a long line for In-N-Out burger? Like, is it really that? Because I've been, and I think it's good, but like, people wait like in this huge long line for it. Is that like everyone does that? Or is that just like a few? I don't know. It just seems like the norm to wait in a really long line for In-N-Out. I'm just wondering. Adventure Rigs always waits. It's outrageous. It's outrageously good, or it's outrageous that people wait that long. Boosted Dime said you wait because it builds the anticipation for a great burger. All right. Well, you can buy me a burger then. You could buy me a burger. Pam said it wasn't better than Five Guys. Let me tell you something. The first time, I think it's the only time I went to Five Guys, I didn't know about the fry thing where they put all the fries in the bag. One of the best fast food moments I've ever experienced. Like, could you imagine going to Five Guys? You don't know that they do that with the fries, and you're just like ordering your food, and all of a sudden you get all those fries and you didn't know that was a thing. I was just like, wow, like they must really like me. The fries are good. You know, having grown up in England, I like salt and vinegar on my fries sometimes. So I don't know if anyone out there likes salt and vinegar on the fries, but it's pretty good. All right. 210 participants. We're going to pick our winner. Look, we said it. We said it at the start of the session and at the start of the stream, and it happened. We just rotated around hedge pressure. You know what? Sometimes when you see setup like that, you can put on an options trade that bets that it stays within a certain range, and you can collect premium. Anyways, okay. Let's pick our winner. Okay. And if you're new here, you should know we don't start our countdowns at 5. We don't start our countdowns at 10. We start our countdowns at 7. Because why not? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Uh-oh. Wait, what is this? Wait, no. No, what's up with this name? Hold on. Is that just a joke? Hold on.
Count on green, now the candle turned obscene. Mama, the P&L's gone red. Pulled my stop and now I'm dead. Mama, didn't mean to full port high. If I'm not back by close of day.
Yeah. This never happened before. I don't know what the policy is on that. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So we're not gonna re-roll. We're not gonna re-roll. We're not gonna re-roll. The person is here. We know you're here. We're not re-rolling. I'm going to defer to the rule book on this one. So we're not re-rolling. Let's not get scrappy in chat. I'm gonna mark this and we'll figure it out. So if for some reason there's something that gets claimed back, we'll respin on Monday. Because I don't know, like, you know, if that's just like a joke name or what the situation is. If that person's trying to, you know, I don't know. All right. So I know we'll make sure. We'll make sure. That never happened before. That's the close. That's the close. We closed that half gap. Oh, I didn't know you could use special symbols in chat. That's cool. Rigged. Yeah, I'll find out how that works. Slacks is in the house. Slacks knows what to do. Darb, take it easy, brother. Guys, make sure you tune into Darb stream on Sunday, 7 p.m. It's gonna be a banger. Thank you so much for being here. Solid week. I'm happy with the week. Managed risk well. You know, I was nimble this week. I was kind of doing a lot of cash grabs. A lot of quick cash grabs. Not rigged, you're here. Thanks, y'all. All right, prop firms. We appreciate you, brother. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having me. I'm going to get me some pasta and red sauce in the near future, meaning in the next hour. Until Sunday, well, I'll probably be in chat on Sunday. Tune in to Darb stream on Sunday, and I'll be back on Monday afternoon. Until then, peace.
Screens glow like city lights, heartbeat caught in the stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm.